The WHMS detector health page uses color-coded radials as status or health indicators. 6 different colors are used to represent the current operating condition of each piece of installed equipment. This video will explain the different colors, what they mean, and what actions are expected. A gray circle means that data is not available for this piece of equipment. For example, a detector may not have wheel scanners installed. Or older detectors like the STC 2058 do not report their AC power status. A green circle means the equipment is working properly and the output of the equipment is within the expected range. For example, if a location has a Southern Technology detector, the battery voltage is expected to be between 25 and 29 volts. Yellow means at least one of the health check tests have failed. However, additional data is needed. The yellow alert is informational only and does not require any actions. For example, during an AC power outage, the battery level might drop slightly. The lower levels may cause the yellow alert. An initial test may cause a yellow alert. Additional data and tests, however, may reset this yellow condition and move it back to green. It is also possible that additional data confirms that the equipment is no longer operating in its expected range. This promotes the yellow condition to orange. Using the simple example of battery voltages, in the case of a failed battery charger, the indicator will move from green to yellow, stay at yellow for several trains, possibly a day, depending on the traffic, and then move from yellow to orange. An orange alert means the output of the equipment is no longer within its expected range and is in need of an inspection in the near future. It's very important to note that orange does not mean the equipment has failed. The orange alert is a proactive approach that gives us ample notice before the equipment nears its failure mode. Orange gives us a heads up. If you are close to the area and your schedule allows, you can stop by the detector for an inspection and any corrective actions. For our next example, we'll use a bearing scanner and the daily averages heats test. The output of the scanner is in the green area after it is cleaned, aligned, and calibrated. As it scans trains day after day, its lens may get dirty and the average heats get lower. Gradually, the readings get further away from the expected range and get closer to the failure range. The WHMS generates a yellow condition when the average heats leaves the green zone and remains in the upper part of the yellow zone. The yellow will change to orange if the readings drop below the yellow midsection. Finally, a red alert is generated if the average heats enter the red zone. If corrective actions are taken and the data is within expected range again, the orange alert is reset and replaced with a blue condition. The blue condition means the issue has been resolved and is awaiting feedback from you. On the other hand, if no action is taken and the data degrades more, the orange alert will change to a red alert. For example, if the scanner lenses are not cleaned on a timely manner and the average heats drops below 10 degrees, the orange alert will be replaced with a red alert. Orange alerts are reported only once a day via email or text message if this feature is enabled. Orange alerts are not reported to SOC. A red alert means either the equipment is in failure mode or is very near failure mode. It is important to note that the WHMS red alert may occur sooner than the actual failure in the field that would cause an integrity failure. The reason for this is to minimize the number of detector integrity failures. For example, in the case of Southern Technology detectors, the WHMS will generate a red alert if the battery voltage drops below 22 volts. This is higher than the 18-volt threshold that is used by the detector. Red alerts require quicker attention. Depending on the equipment and how degraded the data is, you may have 1 or 2 days before the failure mode is reached. It is also possible that the equipment is already in failure mode and needs your immediate attention. An example of this is a stuck dragger. Unfortunately, certain failures occur quickly and do not give much time for proactive scheduling. For a stuck dragger, the status indicator goes from green immediately to red because the equipment is already in failure mode and requires immediate attention. Fortunately, most of the performance degradation is gradual and can be resolved while in the orange state, which prevents the detector from going into integrity failure count. In the case of a red alert, the WHMS notifies via email and text message if enabled. The email is sent only once a day and is normally sent to the maintainer, ET, supervisor, and the manager. The WHMS also notifies SOC for each red alert, which may result in a ticket. A blue alert means the reported issue has been resolved and the WHMS is awaiting your feedback. The WHMS uses the detector data to reset an orange or red alert. For example, the orange alert will be reset if the battery is recharged and the voltage goes higher than 25 volts. Therefore, you may need to wait at least for the next train before seeing any changes in the colored alerts. Resetting an orange or red alert does not change the color to green. The condition becomes blue, indicating that the WHMS needs your feedback, verifying that the issue has been resolved before changing the condition back to green. In summary, the orange or red alerts are reset to green if two conditions are met. First, the data from the field must support the change that the equipment is once again producing the expected results. Second, you must provide the feedback via the WHMS. This concludes our video on the WHMS status color indicators. If you have any questions or comments, please contact us at comments@rail-logic.com.